We see food everywhere, every single day. It's on our kitchen tables, piled high in grocery stores, served up at our favorite restaurants. But have you ever stopped to think about the story behind it? Behind every single bite, there's this incredible story of struggle, of resilience, of sheer effort that most of us never get to see. And in this explainer, we're going to pull back the curtain on that story, the story of the hands that feed us. So let me ask you this, straight up. Have you thanked a farmer today? It's a pretty simple question, right? But it gets right to the core of the issue. We've become so disconnected from where our food actually comes from that we just forget about the people behind it all. That's the gap we're going to try and bridge today.
And bridging that gap starts with a huge shift in how we think. The sources we're looking at here suggest we need a new word altogether, sustainers. It's a term that really captures what they do, because let's be honest, it's about so much more than just farming. They literally sustain our lives.
So, who are these hands that feed? Let's really dig into what it means to be a sustainer. It's about seeing the absolutely monumental task they take on every day, usually while the rest of us are still sound asleep.
Just let that sink in for a second. They're out there fighting the elements, the blazing sun, the stubborn soil, the unpredictable storms, all to provide the literal energy that fuels everything we do, our breakthroughs, our dreams, our very lives. And yet, for all of that, they remain one of the most undervalued workforces on the entire planet. It's kind of mind-boggling. But here's the thing. Their fight isn't just with nature. Behind the curtain, far away from those postcard images of perfect green fields, there is a really deep and troubling crisis brewing. For so many, the financial weight is just crushing. Debt keeps piling up, pushing families right to the edge. We're just one bad season, one dip in the market, and it could all come crashing down. And those seasons, well, they're getting more and more unpredictable. Climate change isn't some abstract idea for them. No way. It's a dry, cracked field. It's an entire crop failing, which means a whole year's work is just gone. And if all that wasn't enough, there's a crisis of respect. This shows up as market crashes that can wipe out the value of their hard work overnight. And honestly, it's also in our general tendency as a society to just take the harvest completely for granted.
This quote, wow, it just perfectly captures the heartbreaking irony at the very center of this crisis. Our hunger heroes, the people who grow our food, are often struggling to put food on their own tables. That shows you just how broken the system really is.
And this brokenness is really a profound disconnect. It's this massive chasm between the reality of producing food and our experience of eating it. The distance between the field and the plate is just so much wider than most of us realize. Okay, just look at this contrast here. It's pretty stark. On one side, you have the producer's reality, sweating it out in 40-degree heat, fighting storms, watching market prices totally collapse. Then, on the other side, that's our reality, complaining because the price of an apple went up a few cents, or casually leaving a plate of food half-eaten. All that struggle, all that work, it's completely invisible by the time it gets to us. So what do we do? Where do we even begin? The answer isn't just about feeling guilty. It's about actively redefining what our respect actually looks like. It has to be more than just a word. Real respect is about action. So first, it means pushing for fair prices, prices that actually reflect the true cost of all that labor and all those resources. Second, it means systemic support. We're talking about advocating for policies like fair subsidies or crop insurance that give them a real safety net against all the volatility from markets and the climate. And third, on a really personal level, it means daily gratitude. And that isn't just a feeling, okay? It's the conscious act of reducing waste, of truly honoring the incredible effort that went into your meal. And ultimately, all of this, it brings it right back home. It comes down to you, and it comes down to me. It's all about our very next meal, our next choice at the grocery store.
This is it. This is the core message. It's a simple but incredibly powerful call to action. We have to see them, we have to value them, and we have to support them.
So, I'll just leave you with this one question to chew on. The next time you sit down to eat, what are you going to see? Will you just see food on a plate? Or will you see the sun, the soil, the storm, and the tireless, incredible hands that made it all possible?